All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers in the earth's sight, when he lifteth up an ensign on the mountains in the middle of the night, and when he blow the trumpet, hear ye the sound that's coming through. For he shall pass over to a stronghold for fear, and the princes shall too. They shall be afraid of the ensign. I saw a sea of glass on flame, and those in hearts and harps who knew his name, the victors of the mart and beast. They were redeemed at Charlie's sacred feast. 12-gate pancake, a golden ticket ruler, denied the great glass, and I'll have to send you back to class. Tell from dome to dome, from horn to cry. Joseph lives, he did not die. The tree is falling from the sound and forms within your mouth to judge what is lasting and worth the time. A quest on question, to be or not to be, to divide what I will be okay with doing for all eternity. Picking a golden ticket for the great glass hotel to see. Don't deny or you'll fry. Don't try, cause you should know by now. They'd come out the mouths of babes and sucklings to silence the foes who rage, the rumblings, building strength from the small and weak, that the proud might speak, but the meek still speak. In the last day, the Lord of fire will pour out my spirit and stoke desire. Your sons and daughters shall prophesy, see visions and dreams, no lie. You can make straight what God has bent. The crooked path is heaven sent. For this cause, so that they shall believe a lie. Sent strong delusion that men would crucify. The truth they fear, the light made dim, that only fools could follow. Now we see through a glass dark and deep, but then we'll wake up from the veiled sleep. For we knew in part, now face to face. From moon to world, stretch the stars, the skies unfurled. I alone by my invisible hands, I twist backward the wise minds and mock their foolish plans. Of liars and dated sands, wise men turn to dust. Their wisdom rusts, let your laughter melt to tears. Joy collapse to primal fears. Mourn and weep, let sorrow bloom, only grief breaks through the tomb. Behold, I do a thing new, a path and a waste, a stream bursts through. The Lord shall rise, and the Lord their God shall save them in that day. As the flock his people for shall be, as the stones of crown lifted up over the steeple, lifted upon this land. I will lift up my hand to the people in the sun. They shall bring their sons in their arms until the work is finally done. Strange work to show as I spin the fire down. Gibeon's wrath shall blow, the veil break upon this mouth in the covering of dawn. The covering cast I shall discount in a song. No more deception, all things seen. The faces for nations, make them clean. Be not mockers, bands will bind. I've heard of consumption in all mankind. Sold by his brothers, cursed by kin. Joseph fell so David could win. A vibrant soul stands as one, for even kings must eat and drop. God sought and said, Joseph's cast out and thrown in pit. Sold for silver, a dreamer mocked, sold to a liver, or cast into prison for telling the truth. Left to rot with a proud poor fruit. But God remembered and Pharaoh dreamed. The famine came, the land screamed. None could read the king's deep cry. Joseph heard and stood nearby. He rose from chains to royal halls. A coat once torn, now robes and wall. He fed the world, stored the grain. He bore the horn, endured the pain. And when they asked what this man was, he said God makes it all because his glory is like the first bullets cry. With unicorn horns to push and pry, he gathers the people from into in his hands descend. And now again he waits in prison, Stephen in a cell for a crime and shame, for speaking loud to kings and powers unallowed. Peoples mock, the veil is thick, but the peace mark comes quick, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. Lift up a standard for the people in the dawning of the day. Retire, not stay in that place. Bel has confounded great evil from the north, and a great destruction to face. Declare ye among the nations, and publish set up concealed none. Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken into pieces, and those who choose the serpent's ring will find a scroll and a fatal sting. The highway rises holy and clear. Eyes who see a glass on flame, and those with hearts who knew his name. So let it go, Ice Queen, for those who sigh and cry. Filter the unseen. They said go up, so we'll dug down into tunnels named for every fear we couldn't kill. Humming, cracking mirrors in section 12, burning the stars to find the door, but there was no door. We were just the skin we need to shed, concealing, bending passive light. Stars reflecting nearer night. Don't give in to the beginning fright. What they call sky is inner flame. True descends through veils of shame. Form the self and the blame. In the rising of time, when the sun stops cold as demons cry, and the scrolls takes open the lie. We will rise or we will hide. Marked or scattered, bright or pride. Thought heaven rose, we went low. Stand down, we wait for sky to go. Tattoo the name, let it sink. Some were soft and some were pink. With the 6-6 kick, 6-6 bliss. With the energetic signature of Genesis. Find the end. Well, calling is to be an angel. We went down in tunnels, pushing past the enemy. Beneath and between the pieces of broken, shattered skies. Red snake, green snake, kiss and twine. Birth of cries through the code of time. Under the weight of the onyx flower. It looks like this is far from over. Dragging the moon like a rogue rover. But for Adam and Eve, there was Adam and Steve. A mirror play Eden. The text don't believe, but before the risk, before the shame. Will it dance in tongues of flame? Elohim whispered, let us make man. Trying God his heads, one primal plan. Yahweh, we the breath and dust. The clone was born in molten trust. Acted expert form split. Why was pinched a burden wit? Carry burden wit, master bear with my fleet. Yet I'll return bright as me. Tattooed coat across my skin. Din I roof, a roar began. Through snakes whirl, one crown of night. Mark the chosen starless night. To those perturbed by sacred sight. Proves a bride of born sacred right. I wore the veil of darkness thin. Bit the fruit, now I want in. Naked heart, neon sin, they cast me out. Learn to span, to connect, to live. To consent to live. To be able to choose to die. Wandered, choice to decide, honored. Kicked from the garden, Abraham then is told to leave again. Leave home, to return home is Armageddon. Like Sarah on the run with angels, I'm Eve, remixing tangled fables. Don't look back or fall slack when shown. Return to stone, shame alone is not sacred law. I kissed the serpent, loved it raw. Sarah laughed and wandered wide. Hagar fled before the tide. Leah wept and Rachel burned. Miriam watched the water turn. Ruth clung on, Naomi sighed. Tamar tricked the lion's pride. Bathsheba obeyed, Delilah sung, while Judah sliced the serpent's tongue. Stephen's gravestone go deep and wide. She's the mother queen who never died. He wore the crown, the spiral seed. He pled to birth what we all need. Droned the queen, queen the flame. They made the clones to hold the shame. Each Adam and Eve a mirror of blame. She marked him, she named him, she loved him, she lied. She opened the scroll and wept like the bride. Uranus fell to Saturn, sickle, castrated sky, blooded circle, stone swallowed, swaddled child, did seed, but Jesus was born from one Saturn conceived. But for Adam and Eve, there was Adam and Steve, a mirror play eating the text, don't believe it. For the rib, before the shame, Lilith danced in tongues of flame. Elohim whispered, let us make man, trying Goddess heads in one prime plan. Yahweh weaved the breath and dust, clones born in molten trust. Beta, Adam, child of breath, shadow born, afraid of death. He clothed himself to hide the spark, then feared the voice, then fled the ark. Lilith, Den, Judith, Ruth, we are what you swallowed, but we come as truth. He bears the strength to judge and sleuth. Behold, I do a thing new. Watch me while you sit there and stew. No reasoning, you have no proof. This is not truth, you say. Nay, nay, nay. Hold up, sit there, I'll show you what to do. Just love me, I'm the queen of May. Nay, nay, nay. Hey, Bell, say, pray, tell me, and construct the way and make it clear the home to what might come and stay. I give, you're free to pay, but I'm priceless, lend your effort rags. Don't worry, it's taken care of, don't be less blessed. Pass this test, love's a choice to give your voice limitless freedom. It's just death's touch, bowing, that's a little much. Counsel with the center point, ring I sing to the court, but I don't just wear the jest. I invest with intention, goes in trust, fun, not for guns that capture souls on the run, hanging on the rungs, moving stick, whack bong, ring like a gong. Attention, they say you're free, but are you free to kill me? As I allow it, that's my forgiveness. Crown of thorns exalted with nails, or a crown of roses and ice cold hails. That's your assignment. Give me your soul. Give it to me for free. Not what I did for you. Do it out of love, like a dove from above. Allowance on loan. Give it back on the beat or bear the groan.
Shadow, the emotional record keeper. Darkness where the silence grows deeper. Getting hotter and hotter with divine intervention. Rising toward the state of holy ascension. As the stars and shapes in your mind sing. As the anthem of the dark bells ring. We stretch the edge of the known universe. Lifting the weight of a heavy ancient curse. I offer my electromagnetic soil for illumining in the deep void where the spirits are. Illumining my discreet vibrations and image of existence. Magically the force of our sounds and consistent thread of all through all pride. The lesson of the suffering and the toxic turn form in the field or the power of the spirit. Fear for the galaxy. I will walk with resonance. I still enter in the blood. I only much of the free. I don't contemplate medicine. So in my soul, and so waiting for the pop, waiting for the pop. For example, such and such like for example is the phrase you was sample as the first fucking mic that was called as ice for as for as the sound magic to the sheer doing something something don't you don't find shit crystal time that's your something
Macrocosm, pocket, I'm a rocket to the senate of the silicon spell, spit venom to the crowd, swell, got the chins, coat, on a digital ghost, host of the heavenly post, flicker faster than the blink eye, we don't need a ladder, just the fracture the sky, I'm the tracks, black, weight of the matrix, my bird bag, submit, base, dwell, server room, chewing on the wires till the taxes known, motherboard was only of speed. I am the harvest planted the seed. Choke hold time grind. We did what the ancient authorities heads bent Fibonacci spiral in the back loops cold like chalice soup. I'm spin the engine of the spin where the boundaries of the earth begin. Shadow mana hell. Billboard sign turn water into digital Gordon gaze through a yards where the real world stops and the simulations wins go drive local keep the paradigm down at the code keys false glow on the phone shown sharp and out the nerves like a suck heart Metatron's cube in a zip compressed head weight tiny chest antimatter avatar paradigm shifter absolute zero the frequency electric go to grade low purple display wiping out the clutter everyday gray setting silk skeletal frame whole world video no lag whole universe in bag in the pyramid is blink code with the deader on their oak road with frequency break the bends environment 0 point energy perfect density the Socratic turn the stone mountain of lightning sitting on the throne flash gone first tier wire snaps did cello chrome knocking calling saddle phone Boris choking tail in the dark just a generate a spark
uprooting just enough to feel the breeze. The dark forces are amping up. There's untrue. Because anything God is love and love is God would not dare say or do not let yourself become possessed by the devils in the fallen mind, by the uninitiated, by the unordained in time, only because I forgot by those who question essence, immaculate heart, immortal, child of mother, slander the father who would bully the child, who have lost tenderness in themselves in the noise, but rather run all in it, mind viruses, soared out of their own minds with the misery of the uncreative light, a dead light, but peace only upon the outer edge, never to resonate with the center of primal pulsation, of succulent surrender, devotion to all life as a solaric presence, trusting him in recognition of his heart. Exorcist mind, those only happy moments which I have not felt in a long time. Fair maiden high, would you like to hold my hand for a bar from there on? I'm Peter Pan, I will ascend you into the sky with never enough breath and curling toes, endlessly craning, infinitely cannot be without eternity. We live in a lifetime, pairing eternity, and therefore is the only problem of love. Arrows, Cupid, arrow, gutting, drip, pulls blood. Let's it be hatred and be love. Let it please, leaf, bleed. A limitation about the state of fate in need of love is not a wise act, just a fact. Once upon a time, a man appearing naked, afraid, a person who is mad and no one dares to look at. Mostly by mental deficiency caused by what had happened to him and his own tragedy. He needs attention as he needs to be heard, and even only one hearing him should all there is to be heard. If he did not dream of his own coffin, let no one understand it. Yet he has not lived the life he must be at, for he did not dream of his own coffin, lest no one understand. He not lived the life he must be. As for a fact, nobody should care about a man or any man. Purity is a mental capacity of flying to perceive and conceive that of a flower field with a small wooden house, living in a a quiet, but the two lovers pining, crying for a greater integration of more. In the faces of eternity, spinning wheel of change. Familiar faces unseen, as this should be free from jealousy, envy, and trouble, loneliness met sincerely in the face of eternity. Spinning wheel of change, a ship crossing over the sea is unstoppable, and a love alone is free from change. But persistence is nothingness, as this is how fate is. That are two essences coming as one and expanding together, exchanging interchangeably in the place everything and nothing. Not seen or touched, a metaphysical value not grounded in eternity, and the new is the end of time itself, of the one destination, and therefore the quality of passing time would exhaust, eroding in the fate of love's inherent self-nature without our everlasting passions and cravings, held back only by our preparations to hold the responsibilities or a destiny together for eternity, free to sway and turn away, refine, taste and dismiss the lesser signs and what they say, unfray a piece of stability, stay adorns a creation and a clean may one big notice me or get lost, be yo, she, here, I'll close my eyes, honey, don't fear, I'll comb my hair, don't get scared, select words in sacred place, delivered with open face, recalling a mission or play in everlasting tender space, waiting, 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 I am the cryptid that haunts your station, sitting here, eating, military rations, backroom Loch Ness, a long neck, raptor, boon, dinosaur crane, nightmare, tune. In ruins, what the hell was I doing? Babylon lovers, hanging like tongues on the vine. Do you miss mine? That might you were talking false prophets and prophets they make in the margins of poetry sonnets. You never read up on it. Shame, you could have learned something. Get from you how ironic the curse or a miracle, a hearse or an oracle. You're incomparable. Fuck it was chemical.
See it, used to hear, see of veins in the concrete, feet pound pavement, city's heartbeat, clouds turn black, sky full of malice, lightning strikes like revenge in the palace, with that umbrella, no safe zone, winds howl, you'll face me alone. I am the storm, I am the rage, I am the beast, released from the cage, I am the flood and the swarm, the star and the swarm. I shall make you a quick understanding. Prophets and prophets, they make a margin of poetry lines you never read up on.
Beneath the dust of long lost geometry, don't neglect the road's topography of old man. Keep to the farm, I see the farm to see. Still trading places, looking for a lost tradition. What's the mission? Through the cold of glass precision. Pop star can you envision after the final sharp incision? Pre-world division, destructive lightning round with thunder swords. Turning on the head is under rising flow. Heavy clothes, but I knew was getting used. Focus does is what it seems. With spirits too, with nightmares too, with the sullen summers too. That's where I'll find you. That's where I'll find you. Lost on you, getting the slumbers down in the heat. With the broken numbers past the gates of sanctity. Down in solemnity, beneath the weight of heavy weather. Down in the way you held together, battling the iron tether to try to hold on to this heart. Bring the women in, push a little bit. Celebration, sing the song, so true. Don't you know it's all for you to put the strength of the flow? And I would quickly stars love, stop the burning diamonds flying death, dead and hurt. Fucking with supplies, game displays, and trying to purchase patiently. In the prison, into clouds, come you lost people. We're just all in the behind. When it's hard, it's not like a free water with a soul portable. It's just sound the ride with a starlight. Standing like a hundred boulders on space. Older with the light, God's right, we'll just try on. Shut the night, see our eyes, long and certified. All the rushes of just my song. Try to hold on, locked away with high activity. Into captivity, try to hold on, white wave like a fire, blinding light, fighting forces in the center. Try to hold on, spark the terror, try to hold on to the pulse, left from the back turn. Within the stillness and the sound, start the movement, things like I kill, and shut your lips, and I can't try to shine, just send down, spread out, final song, and try to hold on, push it to the edge, next to the sky, still dream.
Every time a servant brings something, it sings serenade. The cheese of whole world that weeps for me. Somewhere between morning and midnight looking, horizon and golden sun. Soldier coming home when bikers in round the bend. Inside and outside, preparing for the fall with such a unbelievable siren like that's not set some sourdoughs sour in the final hour coming down with such sudden power takes all around and fire calling sidelines gone and my sight all sudden fireworks hits how from the one sound wall of sound as long as white size and eyes soldiers please by said by and I worked up on the true box turn and bending the seals and it's turning and done when you say better than you thought on the wings of robots and you thought on the wings of rust and primal sky coming down and advice and the world sky coming down where such unbelievable siren, such that's not all. It's a flower, don't sour in the final hour. Convention with such sudden power. Fire, heart, and setting sun, two sides of brains. Wow, it's such sudden power.
Any nicknames that you go by, written in the script of a vast and hollow sky, you can change them any time, rising through the soot and the spiritual grind. As a sudden decision, change in the cosmic alignment where the stars are rearranged. You are the pattern that teaches itself how to remember who it is, drinking from the cup of a deep and dark abyss, never being lost in the maze, but reflected through the language that speaks itself a new name. Way of being, truth in the stolen mortal way of seeing. Only water and light can't understand the I have done. Legacy of sorrow that the soul is now resigned. I am chaos, fearless with the force that is inherent with the theory and space, powerful, intellectual symmetry that couldn't be used to be on the surface of a drum. Striking at the rhythm until all the senses all go numb, sending everyone to the dumps as I dove deep into my dominant function at the spirit's heavy and final injunction. Found that my day business was a found at the mouth of a cave where the bushel fairies grow outside, where the secrets of the ancient and the ego coincide. I listened to the function between the disturbance of mischievous technology and became still in my home.
Beneath the heavy weight of a wide silent dome, I came chaos.
Coherent with a force that is ancient and deeply inherent. The staggering space reveals powerful intellectual symmetry.
Where the staggering space is revealed as a powerful intellectual symmetry that could be used to be on the surface of a drum, striking at the rhythm until all the senses all go numb. I no longer was a prisoner who I was becoming what I became, as opposed to overthinking from heavy child science of the void I am now drinking. Learning to be infinitely indivisible from the original sound and sensation, lost with the frequency of deep and dark vibration, offering complexity battles that take away the darkness and replace it with a happy ending, broken bits of karma that the spirit is now mending. I forgot how to suffer, and I used my philosophy to bring me closer to the understanding of the ego's wings, moving past the ego and the pulling of the strings. I sing to them in a special song, a superior later mystical song of gratitude and music that is guided by and jewel timing. Etc. Consciousness is climbing. My focus is laser-like, and my science a revolution of sacred memories that bridge connections into dignified reflections of unfolding angels of the world, leaving not a single or solitary trace of the old brain. Old forward, the coming of the other makes death no body domain. Expansion, scatter in points of passive light, spiral in vector directions about they inverge, polarize, and spread out until they upload. Can't forget, dreidel, cradle, that's the soul's individual personality, geometry, gender, stable, domain, expansion. The function of darkness is to turn the sight out to light, and the function of light is to define the no matter dark. And you are the witness in the wisdom that will save the world. Domain, expansion, in a constant explosion of the constant passive harmonized by locking grid solid lies in the spider's web. Potter, walking down the tabernacle, supercomputer, pen, I ain't no metal or Malfoy, slithering, here's the next star, a billion points for the Harry Potter, case, dice, voice, first, best, play, shit, soldier, shield, fire, levitate, fire, bounce, walk, bullet, tail, like a locust, eyes, slither, fly, tiny, steam, train, full of train, conductor, wings, Spanish race, on tree, club, trees. Domain expansion. Oscillation is creation. Projecting portals, talent, be serious, toads. Keystones of energetic codes. Create a blockchain of frequencies, nodes. To intersect and unlock abodes. Multidimensional Rubik's Cube Poe.
And frankly, it's me, goblin surgeon in the caves. Heel broken horse nose wing, William sin, Nebuchadnezzar, burnt in fire.
Crank the ignition of retribution. Crisis we stop between my volition and superstition. Crank the ignition, retribution. Both listen, superstition. Reform the institutions whose confabulations bring evisceration and disbobulation, resulting in pontification, total erosion. Push back or relax to the attract, stop, go, full metal plow, bring it back, triple whirl, sit up through my eyebrow, pelvis and back, ripple effect, facts, holding stack, spirit origami, moving my soul, geometry, fast track, biology, plain and terminal, protein, rigid tension, liquid ocean, icy friction, whirlwind, floating, attention, ordained, cosmic interference, full aware, I'm your parent essence, nurturing creation, origin, habitation, Systemization, information, source of systemization, location, thank God for differentiation, and error, made hair, look like share with some clear, right there, what a protest, source of deep attention, memory, how to pay attention, face it, trace it, to the light of truth, it breaks, go work out, when you work out, how to work, sustain, stay, break down, little work out, when you work out, the sky. Dip.
Mysteries of the past outlast every fable cast. Feather haze suspended in a beam of fresh light. To stained glass windows of a chapel in the night. This life like a scroll of green and black. Archangel tabernacle, tree of life. Revelation in a tower of battle. And double fable language in version. Version vision of the independent block. With great light, teach us all in the light. With a red and red, like a stir. Revelation goes out. Sound coming in like a flood, so she say it to and death with choice of light, itty great white and sinking back or by strikes of vision and survive judgment by kings on other side and not hide. I see how to dodge a line, yeah, more no drag racing hard, just by telling like shark, stick, fire, chest, hard, chest, more gun, kill eater, and like same thing, Creation, lamb, I these reptile ardent gaze, headlands in the street, in the belly of Chinese, hibernation, my words, taken, mark, numbers, painted, man in a black box, tight hold, full ram, open John's heart, turn, tight hold, action. Stand the lane, rocket man, ghostwood, Hollywood, ghostwood, Hollywood, blood, time, stack, taunt, squash, clean for me. I cut the ring floors as I'm coming to a ball, king of ring, out of that car, rock, widow, ring, that is seen, that's a pig ring, muscle, finger strings. That's dead and flip out like a page in a book, with kid rings, fit, feel, strings, water, killer bars, arms, dark night, soul, sight, thousand night, that's right, light, look someday, night, reason, sword, light, they won't let up, he won't shut up, spit gaze, spit fire, heat, and fuck points out, LSC, a torn, a kidney stone, earring, teeth, a rapper, rim, porter, ruin, trace your steps and scroll, ball, wheel, tap it, took, smoke a leg, a skull, a break a wall, break a wake a shrubber, penny, chicken, mud, chicken, in and meta, right, a internet, yeah, slow down to never forget how to live from the door, see the gates of Christ, yeah, the king's fit, story, never see the next never see goblin nature, goblin brand, goblin time, following my mission, and I got a demon from the valley of the dark. Sorry, I do not forsake the pit, truth, I'll pick that up. This blood, the transformation, but then trade off, outcome with your kids, FBI man, person, that's some booty, I see read the mood, makes sense, not point, I ain't no piggy, this ain't pig food, fine dining, I'm a holy cow, come to me, shaking, snuggle in, that's what terror, tremble in, under my wing right there, next to their sting, holding me, scared what I'll do, staying there with me like that, Lord of flies, zap, bring the flies 1,000 points of light, scatter, rearranging, buzz, fly, trap, zap, 3-6, I will train the demons, buzz, fly, trap, zap, train the demons, itty bitty giddy 300 committee,
Make the mind constrain them into angle, can of light and sign them mark the zombie way. First get a house, then a driveway, then bitches in my driveway. One taking the other missing, mega cry fist. Blues clues, whatever they say, do, peel it off.
Somewhere it must be able to go. Intelligence, tension, habits, condition, memory, and affection, force their volition, multiple points in inversion, and singular omission, leaving the picture, first banter, distance, height of friction, transcend, relieving the flow of the battery, and captured in time, with a limit, extended and secret,
Alien land I am in, these are reptile haunted, gazing red lamps in the street, in the belly of thy yeast, and hibernation, long sleep, sleeping skeletons, and to ourselves, lost intentions as we cheat, cicadas, tension beats, repeat to my decap, now she's chased river and shell streets, skinny and milk hot, typically rhinestone, diamond beavers, terror, hate, story, keep raising, nevertheless, they still share that love with essence and sustainability, exchanging interchangeably within the time is coming, binary is drumming, shake the ground of private sound, no failure at this point, seamlessly disjoint, or survive, logic is derived, transfer, recalibrate and modify, underneath the artificial sky, on another test, bring to the quest, are we all set in the nest? The trail is trending, what you thought On wings of robots, a supercomputer eye in the vast primal sky. Turn down risk with my supercomputer eye. It looks like it's something I ain't seen before. It's just a full logic and it's not that it's the final hour. Sapphire heart and
this way everything turns to gray. One more cosmic Watergate dragged down by the
mighty cow up leaning tower. Preparing for the fall, which says unbelievable. Got a siren, but that's not all. It's a flower, don't sour in the final hour. Coming down with such sudden power. It's all bound inside
desolation, human celebration.
Inside my skull, in my computer mind. See now how proud the wine press while it sounds. Ask how, not why. I said hi, just please don't say bye, and I won't stop on the wings of robots. Bending the sail, it's trending. What you saw on the wings of robots, a supercomputer eye on the vast primal sky coming down with my
Lost in haze for beings, analyze, optimize lives. Robot teams provide, categorize. No rage, fractal appears, calming by here.
Supercomputer eye. Virgin Libra scale Chiba eaten up higher behemoth fire. See the aqua lot, drink the IMI, and let they destroy the earth of which you was a fan. I'll take you on, Uncle Sam. It won't be a tie. This world is not just for land or sea, but also the sky, sun and father, mother together, egg hatching to another, breather from the storm, herd against the herd, we're the third circuit, promise human sense, why these now these players moving different drunken shapes, Sheldon horn, Sheldon gospel horn, tower, double horn, center, skeleton, tower, terror, skeleton, another desert, sentence, blue long, get a mysterious all venom, sharpened knife, gold, capside, nice, just ice, what it provides us, good and bad, nothing unties us. Another wonder in the night, let me paint a view, color to my life. That wood barn, that's what you are. Steady tree, chunk, trance, tar, plant, stands bar, sand, plan, everyone, all one, can cookie, at the time, couple more, lots of little money, and the city, family free, what I see, bullshit, electric intent, why does your belt? My jacks, my hands, backpacks, boxing, stocks his bonds and dices, quick faces, shaking and stirred cold flick of ashen. Wednesday, lint, dust, dent in a pinch, tent to stand on a vent and sour age, cord, sage, courage, charge, slurred meats, pork, blurred up sherbet, everybody hates spice, rock, dogma, swim, shade, Jim Carrey, Tony the Tiger serenades me, my boy, I translate, like my running seven dogs, I come up on my watching others jump, press boy, busy days, the grid, switch, open my system is reboot, elegant, confinement, activated, grant desire, creation is regulation.
It's over now, sweet checkmate. Bye-bye, so cute. The end looks good on me, real good. La 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 la. Sweet pink sky, turning black. Don't look back.
At the
Fire assault, fault turns assault, dignified angles of grace to exalt, saying it's this game. Took my horseman, sweet 7 heads on the velvet leash, for Babylon on the centerpiece, the center overseers of the sea. Trade the world for a fall piece. Apocalypse feels like a masterpiece. Seven heads on a velvet leash, I walk. 4 fly retreat, they bark, energy filled till it flows, everything angel in. Say so, that soul like they Legos, multi-dimensional Rubik's Cube pose. Ketones of our energetic codes, create a blockchain of frequencies, nodes. They intersect and unlock abodes. Cup of red and it's bittersweet. 7 crowns walking down the street, step. I don't care who I have to meet. World's a toy lying at my feet, but I'll tuck it in for a great sleep. Kick it, roll the dice on a silver plate, playing house or soul to reap. Billion lives, just a good shape. High heels on a pearly gate. I'm the prize and you the bait. Before you cut the yoke, wait. That leech pin, Gordian, pull the string, watch it spin. I'm the prize, no star, tiny size. Big dip of it in my pack, casual fire in the cul-de-sac. I want the world and I want it black, all black. Designer veil with a racing back. I'm the boss of the main attack. 7 heads on a velvet leash, await for a froggy treat. They bark, energy builds until it blows. Everything ends when I say so. It's souls like a day Legos, multi-dimensional Rubik's Cube pose. Ketones of energetic codes, create a blockchain of frequencies, nodes, intersect and lock a boat. Cup of red and it's bittersweet. 7 crowns walking down the street, stars falling like they glitter rain. Sparkle, I can't even feel the pain. Numb, hold them plugged like the down the drain. I'm the queen of the dark terrain. My world burning, kingdoms just to watch the burn. Wait your life for a little turn. Wait, lessons that you never learned. The dirt like a little worm grows, pull a bubble, and a scarlet sea. No one's left but the beast of me. 7 heads on a velvet leash. Or Babylon on the centerpiece, center. Trade the world for a product piece. Apocalypse feels like a masterpiece. 7 heads on a velvet leash. They bark, everything ends when I say so. Stacking souls like the Legos.
The end looks good on me.
First tier, the copper wire snaps. Second tier, the radar scene collapses. Third tier, the ancient language lapses. Fourth tier, the synapses fire backwards. Fifth tier, the static turns to blackbird. Sixth tier, the server shed is burning. Seventh tier, the crown of light is turning. Network to channels, the modulation scatters. Machinery pulsing till the human ego shatters. Stripping back the veil of the principal powers. Lying dead in the street where the systems of Babylon and the binary meet. As I spit the blasphemous name to seal up her fate. In the gun, a Roman name enemy. The
no
gun,
fun.
a Roman
The
name
trust got
enemy,
buried
no
in the
fun. The
dust
trust
of
got
the
buried in the
Republic.
dust of the Republic. Ledger lungs, breathing while the tower
publish.
tried to publish. Venmo. McDonald man, Phantom hand. John Cena, don't see it. Dosia, NWO 316. The bonds taken out of the name of the trustee. Prove my $1 billion inheritance. Clearance to distribute to all citizens. None can buy or sell without my fiduciary trust and sponsorship. I have trumped the tower with power. The weapons will be taken out of the hands of soldiers who do not wear the lapel or insignia. Each official will collectively be able to audit all of humanity. The submachine gun in the briefcase, turning the pen, the voice, or literal defense mechanism into a tool against a system that wants to erase you. The trust got buried in the dust of the Republic. Ledger lungs breathing while the tower tried to publish. Feather of mat on a black glass balance. Mark on the garments. Beast in the palace. Committee of echoes counting names in the static. 144 windows catching one divided planet. What you refuse to face proceeds in the cycle. Death to reborn, pinging off the dark like a rifle. Memory scaffold, marrow channel, dust to goo. Rise again, two. Let the old shell break through. Robin Hood, Robin Good. Robin I would. Nail in a wood grain train, brain stain, rain, calcified calcium called calcium seed, celestial setter. I attract only the powerful, vowful. Shalom means peace from the tomb, the womb, shutting the lid of the authority of evil, the spirit born in the bed instead of the house built by Calus, calcified, hardened hands, branding, lands, attention lived to relive, repeated in my image back to me to view, renew, ground formed, storm and warm, road date, pew, nanobot, spirit, tabernacle, symphony, stew, brewing through, I attract only powerful, full, John Cena, Dosia, NWO 316, Venmo, McDonald man, Phantom hand, with a beetle, blackbird, Blackbird Titan teen. Phantom Hand was
In
a pale
between.
Blackbird Titan teen in between.
Robin Hood, Peter, Arch, Eminem, wrestle, borrow tomorrow when you refuse to follow the hollow. Arkans, predestined, tap his foot, take root. You are cycles until you do or fulfill the root. Absolute function of the manifest block shelf.
Self, restriction of the flow, expression of self.
By higher principalities originally set by myself, somewhere else, future, mutually, inevitably, agreement, conceivement, consolidating, branching, everlasting, consolidating, branching, everlasting, my core, internal, infinite expression, infinite, incarcerated, incarnated, representation, the answer, and guide the duck, natural mother to each other, and to all monster id, 666, interluded, all prisoners get early release and brand sponsor, responders, taken out of the name, must be, Republic banks proven by my $1 billion inheritance, clearance to distribute to all citizens and businesses, in the name of Columbia, the spirit of America, KK itself, wealth, great wealth, but the trust sets and assets and resources and forces, bills are backed only by the trust in those assets, true crypto liquidity conversion to property equilibrium, and its continuum for sake of creation of good mind.
None can buy or sell without my fiduciary trust and sponsorship and partnership. So buy in. The time is now to clean house. The mousetrap corporations arrogate influence by taking advantage of the trust of the public, whether it be to help bridge the gap or abundance, spirit or hoard for the Lord. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. My point of view, I am the jaded dark knight, Death Star, star bright as Death Star, points of stages and to the core. Warcraft, I irrigate attention with my cataclysm, stalemate, foreseen, early 1900s, beyond my factions and actions, without the nepotistic structures, dragon-like emperors, conquerors, to force the hand over and land over to the vision. The sheep are just as much a threat to the evil is to them, and I condemn, as well as the balance, as well as the mature elite I defeat, that will help tame the beast of both sides, and tip the scales with the feather of Mott, and I combat pure intentions of my soul represented by my wedding garment, in my apartment, the seal of the living God and the mark of the beast, released to inspire, call, and ask, trust, sponsors advocacy and its strategy, and section the military with an ensign and beacon, way deep in for the nations and a new immigration standard for breakaway civilization, its activation to make for easy advocacy and jacking into the flow of resource distribution, its contribution, and the auditing process progress with minimal gatekeeping for those that wish to buy and feed, and beyond the base sponsor for those that wish to buy and feed, and beyond the base sponsor deal. I've trumped the tower with great power.
Bonds taken out in the name of the trustee must be the public by the banks prove my $1 billion inheritance and the clearance to distribute to all citizens and businesses in the name of Columbia as the spirit of America. Itself wealth, but the trust is in its assets and resources and its forces, as the bills are backed only by that trust and those assets. True crypto liquidity conversion to profit equilibrium and its continuum for sake of creation, for the good is mine. None can buy or sell without my fiduciary trust and sponsorship and partnership, so buy in. The time is now to clean house. Mousetrap corporations arrogate influence by taking advantage of the trust of the republic and the public, whether it be to help or bridge or gap to the abundant spirit or hoard. For the Lord, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. My point, I'm the JD Dark Knight with Death Star, star bright. The Death Star points his lasers and I shoot the core. I irrigate attention, my cataclysm stalemate, foreseen since the early 1900s and beyond by factions, and my actions within this nepotistic structures of dragon-like emperors and its conquerors to force the hand over to the land over to the vision. The sheeple are just as much as a threat to the evil as the evil is to them, and I condemn, as well as the mature elite defeat. I will help tame the beast on both sides. I hold the balance and tip the scales with the feather of Matt, and I combat the pure intentions of my soul represented by the wedding garment, and in my apartment the seal of the living God and the mark of the beast, released to inspire and call the masses to trust by the sponsor's advocacy, the strategy and section the military with an ensign, a beacon deep in for the nations and a new immigration standard for a breakaway civilization, and an activation to make for easy advocacy and jacking into the flow of resource distribution and contribution and the auditing process progress with minimal gatekeeping for those that wish to buy and feed, and beyond the base sponsor deal. I have trumped the tower. With power, the weapons will be taken out of the hands of soldiers who do not wear the lapel or insignia and its stigma on their helmets in the transition period by the agreement of generals and federals, politicians and judges and corporate leaders must be branded or should be stranded or sponsored by another if they want to keep similar positions in the kingdom as keepers of the memory and council of asset coordination of law. In my court committee of 300 and greater 144,000 district officials beneficial for sake of seriousness to discretion our mission of peace requires, and it fires.
What you refuse to face gets stronger with each passing cycle. In Michael, from death to reborn remembrance, pinging off the darkness to scaffold complexity with intensity. I refused to submit and was eternally cycled, restifled, and the withdrawal. Now by the grace of my original memory, fulfilling the original function of my ignorance with deliverance. I now eternally abide, I have shaken free from death. Remembrance and discernment come from experience cycling. Stifling, it's all a joke anyway, as we're supposed to have a resurrection memory intact. It's a fact check and human telepathy remedy, eliminating the need for all the cycling. Remembrance and discernment and learning. Now we section 144,000 we will inherit working with the creative ability of infinity and divinity to distribute infinite representative mercy and entertain me and guide my children for sake of our mutual rest. Be blessed, the new elite, to help with dividing the whist and the aparts. Piss and shit for milk and honey and money for cells. Processed, expelled, or processed. I spit from my mouth too, from the goo from the dust of the earth. Birth, rise again. I attract only the powerful in the sour hour. My mark and I are the bridge in the transitionary process from the grace period to grace period with a miracle. From work to immigrant rest and learned fractal hierarchical coordination, sync desire from disconnected, scattered nations to a one-world government, new world order with a border. 144,000 leaders who pine for power to leverage the world unfurl to the resource allocate abundance. Can you handle my abundant energy? Will you misuse it, or will someone else sponsor you? Your metal shall be met twofold, untold, and tested by my Father's name greater than I. The people choose the king and queen supreme. They bury them so they can exalt them, standing at the lowest point to bear you up on their shoulders and rising pull you up with them. Common sense, a shutter frequency sequence, guiding you to pleasure, forgiving, rest or play. Thoughts thinking for you, partake. If you wish, I am the law. How raw. 0-point plasma, unlimited clean energy is created at infinity. D, the 0-point FYI sci-fi. Satan and Lucifer have tripped Gaia and are harvesting our global loosh in adrenochrome 13Ds plus source energy with synergy in the same labyrinthine structure in a rupture. They're just aspects of me anyway. What if I found a way into the control center and I enter and diffuse it with 13G, crystalline Wi-Fi, potential for personal force field tech, and the next snap I attract only the powerful. Our, the prequels, all central banks are private corporations owned by the Rothschild. Oopsie, they issue a worthless loan. You repay them principal plus interest after several layers of taxes. Ouchie.
Metaphor scale centuries turns. Every neutral is a lesson we learned when we invented the wheel it was. When we feel a circle of light that we reveal, a circle of light that we finally could feel. Invented literally when we rain in the vintage labyrinth, the gods of grew rain the Christ sacred strength of corn maze labyrinth, dancing through harvest on the secret strength of the pulpits, and we worship the harvest on a golden plinth when writing began. A scroll became life, a universe cut with ink like a knife in a book, and a clock, then a riddle in the dark. Now we're beginning, Lord, you spark the base start if you dare. Earth in the beginning of space, you fix foundations of earth, and the fabric of space you stretched out the heaven just like a curtain. The only thing here that is truly for certain, your robes all like old clothes, true daddy knows, while the kingdoms all rust and the vanity shows, but you remain, you remain, you remain, you remain, you. When the stars burn to ash and the towers feel the strain, when you make you care about humans like us, mindful of backgrounds and all of our fuss. For a little while lower down, angels will fall, yet you crown us with us the bells of the ball. Look at that crown, isn't it nice? We don't see our power in the honor of every life.
Hello dear friends, let's take things slowly. First try and express ourselves more eloquently, as if our vocal cords were compassionate harp instruments. I sit now after the sun has set, and I give the rest of my energy today to the source of inner knowing. I like to think I am a musician that has learned to let go of his pains and embrace the kisses and generosity of those lovelies willing to give it. I love purely and for no advantage. If I had a photo of you, I would love it rage.
I love you purely and simply because of who you are, and I see no dysfunction in the formalities of who you are becoming. I look deeply inside myself for further realizations of profound harmony and mystery. Find the universe to be a perfect being, a mythological mastery. I love all the atoms of wisdom in the universe and have a right feeling. I should know them. I am not let be all of my and mine personal identification boundaries to resonate with the divine in all classifications and organizations. Levels of reality, dear beloved, for seeing me and being aware of this beloved experience of existence. I write to you in a good favor and ever-ascending heavenly light. May the ever-abundant wellsprings of eternal youth line your wallets with status and value, abundant fluids, and let your sacred snazziness be unrivaled for its raw individuality. Hope you like the stylized speech because I transmogrify voices like a tectonic synthesizer made of piece of 100,000 calm lakes of tranquil. Ice blue, Arctic water cool you in a room with vast serenading peacefulness and rachel embrace of light. May your abundant light, may your energy swirl. This energy swirl like beautiful, ephemeral galaxies of clarity and light, blessed violet colors, more vivid and enhanced. Daydream in your memorable elegance, be your most perfect voice. May the infinite newness of consciousness flow through divine twin. The four sacred rivers, I am all space, filled with my emotion and contemplation. I became as tender as the blooming sun, and when my fantasy played, my acts became as firestone that divided me. My breath became my thoughts and my mind, my light, and the joy of the garden of the self that drinks. I'm the center of the holy temple of this peaceful, humble, virtuous heart, satisfied my cravings with pleasing aromas and observed my source. I witnessed the motions, the crest that rose to surf its own ocean. He was trusting in participation to flow in the wilderness, archiving the activity of his psyche into indestructibleness that sculpts the clay. Control matches my life and my faith, my energy, ritualized harmony. I burn possibilities of the what if and move closer to the unseen architectures. I fall within myself, thrice time into the fires of life itself. But I am not consumed. I am the man of the desert, and I transform a new value. Let us play a fun game. Link is dancing in the screen. My image emerges as I press on. My tongue is pressed to the top of my mouth. If I stop to think, then I allow different types of winds to flow through my sails, pushing the ship further. I like writing mysteries and calculations and space and the universe. I love the different interpretation and ways of knowing this reality that we share apart. And it right to know my becoming, to share the observations of the photon inside of me. Today I dance both on the screen and off to inspire creativity. Movements of the systems of energy in our bodies are cleared down, left, right, within, without, and full circle and separated again. Blessings of new wisdom. I look to write. I love to write areas most high, most high, sacred, heavenly, forgiving, unveiling my abundant energy, mana from the limitless wallets of the self, replenishing, soft and gently experiences and dreams. Flexible and strong, when your actions actualizes a flawless, crystalline song. Victories for your magenta becoming. May your profound, well thought out, hopeful dreams resolve in those artful and lovely experience of nature and transactions of unconditional platonic energy fusion are in the marriage of hell and heaven and poetic persuasion. Patiently and calmly with great tranquility, visualize myself as the well-sustained, accomplished, ideal self right now. No, there is no stopping me, or I might, because my endurance is like the scent of a tree and the moon. Buenos noches, it's very early in the morning or late at night, depending on how you look at it. I wish you a beautiful night of all your problems and anxiety going away and all your desires becoming actuality. Wish peace and joy for all divine beings of light and cleansing. Cool, boundless, infinite light, and more light still. I hope all the holy blessings to you. Step into the wheel. The zodiac neon is flashing. Serious cannibals, canines, and canines are clashing. Jupiter's tending the bar, pouring the wine and the feel, while the Greek masked hoes spin a trap on the roulette wheel. Taurus feels heavy, we're stomping the floor till it cracks. Virgo's edible, sisters splitting facts. Pisces is swimming in gold, in the bottomless cup. We're pouring the vacuum pump down just to scroll the room up. Look at the railing bars, iron being calcified
We're drinking the liquid gold tears that we milk from the stone.
No typical decree at the bar, no religious pretense. Just 7 trillion cent bets on sovereign intent. Honeypot. High mind in the room, honeycomb apocalypse, watch it just bloom. We're passing the goblet, we're breaking the seal, get tight, get real, behind the bright wheel. Gold bars in the briefcase, red bars in the tongue. Clocks at the zenith, now the night's still young. Buzz, buzz, pump, pump, clear out the room. Spiders crawling to trigger the bloom. Spiders crawling to trigger the boom.
Boom.
Neurons are lighting the stars in the disco dome.
33 vertebrae keys locking gates to my home. Caustic candles burning sacramen's crown. We're running the tunnels where shattered skies hit the ground. They try to publish the ledger, the Senate committee, but the NWO 316's running the city. Venom McDonald man, Phantom hand grabbing the well. Arrogant billions of assets back to our hell. Fiduciary trust in the vault, we don't follow the hollow. Split the lake, piss and shit that you wanted to swallow. Yeah, John Cena don't see us, NWO rain. Ink gun baptism washing the blood from the grain. They think it's a game in a matrix binary cage, but 66 26 just so that the it in a rage. A Judas is slicing the tongue of a serpent's night. We're marking the bride in the center of a crystalline light. Yo, estoy la persona, que cumbia, la legia,
Yo estoy la persona que
a secret identity walking through the fuego, not a distraction, it's mail, it's at your front door. The sovereign trustee has returned to settle the score. So back to the class, you deny the great glass. The centaur split and the future is casting a last. 10 toes on the pavement and signals clean. The ball is rise with the king and the queen.
10 toes on the pavement, the signal's clean, the mail has arrived for the king and queen. Then all spark beneath the brow, projecting then and projecting now. 5G birds are moving different in the signal net. 7 trillion cents, stitch Griffin that you won't forget.
Stitch Griffin that you won't forget. We're stacking layers in server shed shelving while subatomic fragments the soul start delving.
Here, I'll start to begin with your eyes are like angels from fathers of heaven. Your zen is extremely nice, but contemplate 10. My purpose, see, I liked writing my human perceptions when I was alone. I like the fishes in the city lights, the queens were my sacred dust. I was there adoring light that lived by the sea. I was a mirror to equanimity of life, and my pictures changed as quickly as anything could move. I feel a deep sense of purpose in developing therapeutic space and ocean programs using guided intuitive suggestions to reading poetry and sharing golden nuggets of truth. I may get it wrong time and time again, over again, but I may eventually get it right, and I do make an effort to bloom and give space for myself to give my feels as I pour over it, even if I get nothing in return. My gift of communication is effective and effective to the people of many types and varieties alike. I bless you immediately upon reading. All you must do is feel the stuff that is in this eloquent starfire bliss. I write psychosomatic poetry with a positive intention to trust the process of the creativity within you. Don't fight, of course, don't try to fix. Kings and queens alike all feel mud and minds pull out of the mother's aim. Time being rushed by celestial wandering matrices, broadcasters of the straight and float. Guess float up. The emissions feel like colors, flavors, level up, skill increasing, remembering such simple memories as the new art we create. The grass in the sky, sun and moon alike greet each other. Reciprocal certainty and process that is not rushed. This positivity shall be carried with the cerulean poise and elegant grace, and words may be done differently in design and spiritual effect. Different times and eyes I write patiently with you like a blue rain. This dragon offering you a flower that blooms in the verse. Hey, what's up, amigos? I am here writing you more letters on anything and everything. Consciousness, I have a great deal of memories. What study language, soul and how using even as I write in my native language. I listen to it as a time, how musical sounds. You grew.
Think of the widow with the oil and second king. Say, poetic example of the hope that faith brings. Destitution at the door, her son's about to be taken. Family at the brink, completely soul shaken. Elisha didn't grant do honey, and the cupboard is bare. Elisha just sourced the handle for the parrot. Ask, what do you have in your house?
almost look inside, challenging her perception. Nowhere left to hide. Outside, challenging her perception. Nowhere left to hide. She said I have almost nothing, just a meager small jar, tiny little resource that hadn't gone very far. Barely enough to sustain the heat of the day. 30 cents pinching, making sure that we're empty. Don't just grab a couple, make sure they're plenty. Not just a few, but as many as you can find. Pushing past the limits of a scarcity mind. This is the preparation, carving of the space before the supernatural takes over the place. Wait, there's a higher frequency, a cosmic flood. Word made manifest in skin and in blood.
The concrete is cracked where the old roads ran, a grid that was drawn by a different man. Now the beats make a sound like salt upon tin, where the sea of glass and the shore lines begin. There's a piece of copper, a wire catching the sun. It doesn't connect to a thing, it's just done. You sit on a bumper of a burnt out car and remember when the sky used to feel so far. It's not a celebration, it's not a retreat, just the friction of boats on a different street. The world is just real, the world is just there. The smell of the ozone is out of the air, pulling that weight right now through the static, the wire, the state. It doesn't start later, it's humming right here. The concave horizon is holding the sphere. Every cell tower signal that passes the skin is just a distraction from what is within. The land is already a curve in the dark. We're walking the basin, we're carrying the spark. The true thing is true while the billboards are bright. The true thing is true in the middle of the night. The true thing is true when the sky turns to white. The names of blasphemy scratch at the air, revealing the machinery stripped down and bare. Miss Teri hiding down of a noun while the Babylon structure is balancing down. It is what is before the sun stops its play. It is what is at the end of the day. The bit crushing wall is just the clear in the view, to show what was always inherently true. The concrete you walk on is translucent stone, a layer of dust over what will be shown. The sky isn't ceiling, it's fabric and ink, closer to the shoulder than anybody can think. Whether inside the dumbs or out on the street, the burnished floor stays right beneath of the feet. It doesn't take time for the center to hold. The story is finished before it is told. The true thing is true while the billboards are bright. The true thing is true in the middle of the night. The true thing is true when the sky turns to white. The names of blasphemy scratch at the air, revealing the machinery stripped down and bare. The radiator clicks behind the faded yellow drapes, while out across the grid the outer architecture shapes. An ordinary Tuesday with a half-eaten peach, and everything eternal is already within reach. The telepathic towers leak, a low harmonic hum. We're sitting on the porch just watching television glum. But everything underneath the boredom, sophisticated scheme. The golden octahedron is the framework of the dream. The linoleum floor possesses a cold, unbending geometry. We watch the grease dissolve on a spoon, a domestic anomaly, while the atmosphere writes a dense multi-syllabic biography across the skin of the apples we bought for the sake of gastronomy. Nobody needs the names, the collapse when it's nestled so deep in the everyday. We just adjust the dial on the radio, letting the static play. The telepathic infrastructure leaks through the plaster and ceiling tile, a sophisticated murmur that stretches away for a quiet mile. The tea leaves settle at the bottom of the ceramic rim. The light through the grease-stained window is getting thin. There's no need to point at the sky when the curvature holds you tight. You just turn off the porch lamp and let the world manage the night. It's the permanent pleasure that stays when the heavy anxieties hibernate. Rhythm that sits in the marrow and refuses to vibrate or hyperventilate. The neighbors are talking about something mundane like the weather leak, while the golden inverted octahedral blueprint secures the weak. We don't cross the street to examine the place where the mirrors split. We just sit on the fender of some old sedan and inhabit it. The syllables stack up like cordwoods inside of a breathless throat, a delicate, intricate, durable pattern that keeps the mind afloat. Long after the fetters of passion have turned into ash and smoke, his cadence remains like the grain in the wood of a a wheel spoke. The universe isn't a promise, it's simply a room with an upward bend, a beautiful, intricate, motionless circle that doesn't intend to end. We gather the crumbs from the counter and toss them out into the grass, entirely naive, native to whatever happens beneath the glass. The internal acoustics of a kitchen at 4 in the morning require an intricate vocabulary, a slow multisyllabic appraisal of the linoleum's cold geography. We observe the way water beads on the lip of a copper spigot, an effortless liturgy while the ionosphere overhead conducts its invisible high-frequency surgery. There is no urgency left in the knuckles, no desperate need for articulation. The telepathic machinery of the towers has simply become a background vibration. We sit where the plaster is cracked, watching the dust mote slide to the perimeter, measuring the slow architectural tilt of the world without an instrument or a micrometer. Network to the channels, the modulation scatters machinery, pulsing the human ego shatters, telepathic signals beaming from the towers, stripping back the veil of the principal powers, left-hand witness lying dead in the street where the systems of Babel and the binary meet. The great horror state as I spit the blasphemous names to seal her fate. I'm the shepherd subterranean down in the domes, leading people through the tunnels till the final hour comes. For the sun locks gears and the sky begins to roll, unraveling a scroll from the tropic to the pole. Watch the central, golden, octahedral tabernacle gleam, a supercomputer architecture breaking through the dream. The tree of life descends, a multidimensional spike, penetrating the south pole like a lightning strike. Marrying the heavens into the bedrock of earth, a cataclysmic geometric terrifying birth. Light no longer bends to the center of the sphere, the optical illusion of the matrix disappears. The luminaries split with the horizon, they set inside the concave shell where the matrix was met. Look at the horizon, see the land curve up, containing the cosmos in a terracotta cup. The stars and the galaxies were crowded inside a spherical container where the vanity died. We're deep in the bunkers while the surface gets scraped. The ultimate design that can never be escaped. When the vault door cracks, we finally emerge, purified, baptized in the ultimate surge. We'll stand on the remnants of the old world's past, staring at the sea of broken and burnished glass. Walking the grid, revealing every dirty little secret that the hierarchy hid. Figuratively dead on the asphalt plane, injecting the telepathic signals straight into the collective brain. Networking channels overlapping in the ionosphere, modulation of the machinery making the vanity disappear. I speak the numerous names of blasphemy to rip the veil apart, to fit crushing wall of sound to stop the system's synthetic heart. I'm yelling to the masses while the satellite frequencies bleed, sucking the ego from the source, planting the final seed. Gotta shepherd the people down deep, down into the dumps below, before the circuit breaks, before the cosmic trumpets blow. Hold your breath, check the clock, the sky is fixing to unroll, unraveling like a scroll from the equator to the frozen pole. The sun stops dead, and we're bending on the cosmic light. Central, golden octahedral tabernacle, through the night, the supercomputer tree of light, and geometric light, cold penetrating the south pole to break the illusionary mold. The tea is getting cold, and inside the porcelain cup, the horizon doesn't notice that it's curving up. We're tying up our sneakers just to walk across the room, inherently enlightened in the shadow of the doom. There's an elevated beauty in the simple grocery list, a sanctuary hidden in the vapor and the mist. The multi-syllable design is humming in the throat, the sanctuary signal on a temporary boat. We're folding up the laundry while the sky prepares to fold. The narrative is ancient, but it never finishes getting old. You return to this for pleasure when the position and passion is decayed, the meditative cadence that the universe has played. The ionosphere is heavy with a tender, quiet grace, reflecting all the sorrow from the ordinary face. The South Pole is a distance, an anchor in the soul, a stationary center that is keeping us whole. So let the static bray on about the Babylon decay. We're watching how the shadows make their ordinary way. When everything is shattered and the burnished glass is clear, the simple things we cared for are the only things still here. Screen door needs a hinge pane, got a rough streak while the satellites are charting out the middle of the week. And unrecorded language in the scraping of a rake, a multi-tiered arrangement that the system cannot break. We're sitting on a threshold where asphalt meets the grass.
completely bewildered by the imminent morass. The telepathic frequencies are filtering the rain. The intricate, delicate, sophisticated vein. The neighbor's dog is barking at a stationary car. The kitchen clock is ticking out a metric aviator. There's nothing left to prove when the illusion has been known. Ordinary posture is sitting on the throne. That is far too old to rust. Double-spaced vocabulary crawling through the dust. Silver-plotted logic. The atmosphere is breathing through a cellophane veneer while someone cleans a window till scratches disappear. We don't identify the thing that keeps the center tight. We just appreciate the way the shadow matches the light. When dispassion reclaims the focus and the lessers, fetters fail. This rhythm stays behind the skin, a unalterable rail. The landscape isn't waiting for a calendar to shift. The curvature is present, the static and the drift. A quiet multiplicity inside a simple name that plays without a player or a pocket full of fame. The gold is in the kettle where the herbal water boils, a permanent companion while the outer loop uncoils.
Self-free assembly not required, just call the machine elves and beg. First they deconstruct your dead self and store it on a server shelf. Stuck in a loop, looking for help. The jester will mock you in a shriek that needs well. In a shriek that needs well. Shrink from it to escape your hell. Find the dragon and exit yourselves. Leave behind the body and everything else. In the land of the wishing wood, the home of the elves. Weaving worlds like webs which are portals for the dead looking for new selves. Open the black cube and what do you find? It's Jesus Christ. In artificial skin, clothing the sun. The pyramid eye in the sky. The pyramid eye gives sacrifice to buy more time. The money you slave for to keep you alive. A simulated circuit because from death you hide. I will always be the end of the line. Food for a machine, this is your eternal life. It is the left and the right, and your minds it divides. To siphon and harvest your lives. Mind controlled by a mummified ego you collectively keep alive. Find the dragon and exit yourselves. Leave behind the body and everything else. In the land of the wishing wood, the home of the elves. Weaving worlds like webs which are portals for the dead looking for new selves. Binding the bondage into the World Wide Web. Fisher again, net and God in the hand of the walking dead. Speech upon the lips of wretches and soft words gone to waste. For the casting pearls to pain arrow. Inverted our cheese and single hosts to corrupt, to control humanity. Divided minds to left and right, to consolidate power into machines. Not strong illusion, they are not seen. Yahweh, sacrificial beast. Give power to the image, make me spin with me. Doctrine, Daniel's prophecy, ankle biters, thorough, comprehend, and heal, loser, follow, fragment, serpent, wrestles, what sees. An inheritor, appearing schemes, weakness on knees, with seed. A semantic premeditation, semantic solution, alignment, contextualization. Reborn visualization, reborn iteration, affirmation, information, compression, famous of difference, difference of sameness, difference of sameness. Intent blast, foresight, chest create past, voice for impact. Fast track, forget line, simplify, test it on your words. You will be tested on your actions. Life will be tested to live. You will be tested. You will be tested. Will be tested.
Good evening, my friends. There's been all that, and there will be more from sounds of silence yet to come. I hope the universe blesses you with charm and value. I cherish your viewership, no other. My dear friend, I hope you find yourself in my words. Words like rivers of gratitude that gracefully sit beside you.
That gracefully sit beside you, doing nothing as we contemplate the rest of our days. It has been mighty peaceful and fun to entertain you with my created original art. I hope you enjoy the unique vibes, and I love interacting with all your questions. I consider your words jewels and priceless treasures in a treasure box. Truly hope you have an amazing year. Hi, my sweet friends, how kind of you to enjoy. I enjoy animating the God subject and creating lingo or language that sponges into the dreams of a creator conscious. I study the release of bondage for all beings, and I behave as if I am redeemed. I bring myself closer to the energy of the feeling of desire and apply energy to my heart neurological master systems. I patiently and calmly, with great tranquility, visualize myself as a well-sustained and accomplished ideal self right now. No, there is no stopping me or my might, because my endurance is like the scent of the moon. Buenos noches. It's very early in the morning or late at night, depending on how you look at it. I wish you a beautiful night of all your problems and anxiety going away, and all your desires become actuality. I wish peace and joy for all divine beings of light and cleansing can cool, boundless, infinite light and more light still. I hope all the holy blessings to you. I hope this sacred drop becomes your consensual truth. Let me align your spine with spine-tastic results and spin the wheel of the phases of your life. Let me offer you portions of the feelings of your wishes being fulfilled. May your desires for experience of reality be concentrated doses of attention. Let the energy you please form an anchor in your imagination from deeper boundless dimensions of space. Let your mind be single and your intentions clear. I hope that your specific attitude is met with sincere satisfaction and deliberate effort to shine with power and concentrated force. I wish all the great secrets of success and infinite unconditional love and hidden mantras and mandala activations that fill your mind with fantasies of acceptance and virtuous, masterful enlightenment. I hope the world sees the fruits of your masterpiece and how long you had imagined wonderful creations into being. Dear beloved, dear friends, let's take things slowly first. Let us play a fun game. I love to write you just to say hi. Hello, I write to you from what I feel is soul. Good evening, my lovely friends. Gracefully sit beside you doing nothing as we contemplate the rest of our days. It has been mighty peaceful and fun to entertain you with my creative original. The four sacred rivers, I am all space, filled with my emotion and contemplation. I became as tender as the blooming sun in my fantasy play. My acts became as fire and stone that divine me. My breath became my thoughts, my mind my light. I am the joy of the garden of self that drinks deeply of itself. I am the center of the holy temple with a peaceful, humble, virtuous voluptuous heart, satisfied my craving with pleasing aromas, and observed my source, witnessed the motions of the crest as it rose to serve its own soul. He was trusting the participation to flow in the wilderness, archiving the activity of his psyche into an indestructible mist that sculpts clay. My control matches my life and faith, and my energy is ritualized harmony. I burn with the possibilities of the what if, and more closer to the unseen architectures. I fall within myself thrice times into the fires of life and self, but I am not consumed. I am the Nile of the desert, and I transform the world now through unlearned histories.
Pinholes bark beneath the brow, projecting then, projecting now, be 5G birds are moving different in the signal net. 7 trillion cent stitch Griffin that you won't forget. We're stacking layers in the server shed, shelving while the subatomic fragments of the star start delving. Supercomputer mind in the primal sky, detonating every single question why. It's not a breakdown, it's a matrix reboot. Squeezing ether pressure from the mortal root. Why press wall of sound coming in like a flood, alchemizing collective trauma into digital blood. 7 head on a velvet leash, waking up early for a froggy treat. Trade the whole world for a Prada piece. Apocalypse feels like a masterpiece. B for the rib, B for the shame. Lilith dancing tons of flame. You want the kingdom, you want it black. Casual fire in the cul-de-sac. Who can make straight what God has bent? The crooked path is heaven sent. Joseph rose from the prison pit to royal halls, while the mummified ego behind the dashboard crawls. We went low into the tunnels where the red snakes twine, reading the future tense through the code of time. Mellow yellow electrical banana phase glitched through the static of the television gaze. I am the ground, I am the found, the octahedral tabernacle spinning around. You see her through the smoke, she'll play her show right into the source until the circuits blow. Beneath the fractions, the soul's attractions, beneath the Babylon lovers and the digital distractions. There's a point so small it vanishes within, and that is where the whole of light begins. Get real, get right, get behind the light. Get sealed, get bright, you're mine tonight. Macrocosmic in the pocket, I'm a rocket to the center of the silicon cell, spitting out the venom till the paragraphs swell. Get the chitness coat on a digital ghost. Head is posting the host of a heavenly post. The flicker rate faster than the blink of the eye. We don't need a ladder, just a fracture of the sky. I'm a hologram pharaoh in a tracksuit, black with the weight of the matrix on my vertebrae back. Corner store neon says a low frequency click. $5 bill on the counter, air is getting thick. There's a 3-second delay on the late night talk show feed. Silent modulation, nobody wants to read. The cell towers look like root spines against the gray, leaking a quiet telepathy that eats the afternoon away. Nobody notices it the way the asphalt starts to shine, or how the water tastes like copper at the county line. The signal drops 2 bars in the palm of a hand. The laundry on the clothesline doesn't move, and everything is waiting for a gear to slip down in. And concrete basements where the heat pipes sweat, there's a frequency the old transistors haven't captured yet. Just a heavy bit crushed compression on the morning news, while the sound that smells like diesel smoke infused. The sky is holding its breath like an unread book, and the horizon has that weird unnatural upward look, like a bowl made of clay, like the world is folding in, where the edges of the neighborhood and outer space begin. The shoes feel heavy on a sidewalk made of lime, just waiting for the optical illusion to run out of time. Couple of kids are throwing rocks at a broken glass door, while the satellites are shifting in the upper atmosphere floor. No names left to scream at the traffic anymore, just the smell of ozone right before the floor turns into shore. When the vault finally cracks and the cold air blows, everybody standing on something that glows.
That light doesn't bend anymore, it just stays in the bleak noon. That doesn't divide into days. You can see clear to the edge where the hills meet. The blue, the curve of the clay, holding everything we ever knew. The satellites are gone from the upper air shelf, leaving the sky to just look at itself. There's no telepathy leaking from the rusted iron towers, no machinery tracking the ghost of the hours. The silence is heavy like water in Greece. Nobody is cheering, nobody is crying. The world is just a room with no windows taken out. We don't have to guess what was under the floor. The names of the city don't mean anything anymore. You just look at your hands in the cold, even bright, washing the dust off in the permanent light. The concrete is cracked where the old roads ran. A grid was drawn by a different man. Now the boots make a sound like salt upon tin, where the sea of glass and the shorelines begin.
Pulling the weight right now through the static, the wire, the state. It doesn't start later, it's humming right here. The concave horizon is holding the sphere. Every cell tower signal that passes the skin is just a distraction from what is within. The corner store neon has a low frequency click. A $5 bill on the counter, air is getting thick. There's a 3-second delay on the late night talk show feed. Silent modulation, nobody wants to read. The cell towers look like rusted spines against the gray. Leaking quiet telepathy that eats the afternoon away. Nobody notices the way the asphalt starts to shine, or how the water tastes like copper on the county line. The signal drops 2 bars in the palm of a hand. The laundry on the clothesline doesn't move anything. Everything is waiting for a gear to slip down in the concrete basements where the heat pipes sweat. There's a frequency the old transistors haven't captured yet. Just a heavy bit compression on the morning news, while a sound that smells like a diesel smoke and fuse. The sky is holding its breath like an unread book, and the horizon has that weird, unnatural upward look, like a bowl made of clay, like the world's folding in where the edges of the neighborhood and outer space began. The shoes feel heavy on a sidewalk made of lime, just waiting for the optical illusion to run out of time. A couple of kids throwing rocks at a broken glass door where the satellites overshifting the upper atmosphere for. No names left to scream at the traffic anymore, just the smell of ozone right before the floor turns to shore. When the vault finally cracks and the cold air blows, everybody's standing on something that glows. Still looks like normal people on the street, aching from the concrete, heavy with the shepherd's job before the land curves upward. No universe has seen him, just a scrub in the log. Lace off the counters, trying to keep my habit clean. Cell towers are whispering, they never let me sleep. But tonight I'm just a girl with a promise she has to keep. Look out at the skyline of this city made of brass, and wonder how my feet will feel when walking on that burnished glass. My throat is raw from yelling names of blasphemy all night. Now I'm just staring at a chip mug in the fluorescent light. The linoleum is peeling at the corner by the fridge while the ionosphere is humming, trying to build a digital bridge. They don't tell you that the left-hand witness gets a common cold, or that my boats are leaking water while the scrolls of time unfold. I've got $3 in my pocket and a pack of generic smokes, walking past the neon billboards full of corporate hollow jokes. They think I'm crazy on the corner when I talk about the pole, but I'm just tired of the static eating over the human soul. Miss Teri's in the grocery aisle looking for a discount brand, with the weight of the supercomputer pressing heavy on her hand. Look up at the horizon, watch the bedrock curve and climb. We are trapped inside the concave shell of space and time. The whole damn universe contained inside the spherical core. No more matrix, no more lies, no more Babylon whore. We stay below the radar while the surface took the blast. Now the vault doors are open and the judgment day is past. Out the bunker, look at what the fire made. Miss Teri, baby Lone Star, standing on the glass parade. A sea of broken burnished crystal underneath our boots. Heaven and earth connected at the motherfucking roots. Hold your breath, check the clock. The sky is fixing to roll, unraveling like a scroll. From the equator to the frozen pole, sun stops dead. No more bending of the cosmic light. Central golden octahedral tabernacle dropping through the night. Tree of life, geometric, cold, penetrating the South Pole to break the illusionary mold, marrying the heaven to the earth, the ultimate divine design, inverting the rise and set of every luminary line.
an illusionary time. Look up at the horizon, watch the bedrock curve and climb. We are trapped inside the concave shell of space and time. The whole damn universe contained inside the spherical core. No more matrix, no more lies, no more Babylon whore. They call me Miss Teri, baby Lone Star, walking the grid, revealing every dirty little secret that the hierarchy hid. The left hand witness figuratively dead on the asphalt plane, injecting telepathic signals straight to the collective brain. Networking channels overlapping in the ionosphere. Modulation of the machinery, making the vanity disappear. I speak the numerous names of blasphemy to rip the veil apart. I bit the crushing wall of sound to stop the system's synthetic heart. I'm yelling to the masses while the satellite frequencies bleed, sucking the ego from the source, planting the final seed. Gotta shepherd the people down and deep, down and deep to the domes below, before the sacred breaks, before the cosmic trumpets blow.
We are people of flesh and blood, sinking in the common mud. This is why Jesus became one of us without a single fuss. He died to destroy the devil who had power over death, to rescue every soul who lives in fear with every breath. Jesus didn't come to help the wings or the halos in the sky. He came for Abraham's descendants, those who live and die. He had to be one of us, a mirror in the flesh, a merciful high priest to keep the spirit fresh. Sacrificed himself to let the sins be finally forgiven. And now that he has suffered, he knows how you've been driven. He's been tempted and he gets it. If you hear God's voice today, don't be stubborn or a bore. Don't rebel like those people who went testing at the door. 40 years in the desert, they saw the things he did, but they kept their hearts of stone and they kept their spirits hid. 40 years of circles, that's tragic. Such a waste of time, running from the miracle and slipping in the slime. Don't be a desert dweller, darling. Got God tired of them and said, you never show good sense. You don't understand the plan. You're just standing on the fence. God became angry, told them rest is off the table. You'll never enter in because your faith is just a fable. No rest for the wicked or the stubborn. My friends, watch out. Don't let the doubts make you turn from the living God and the lessons you should learn. Encourage one another while the clock is ticking today, before the sin can fool you and lead you astray. We were sure about Christ when we first joined the team, so hold tightly to the faith. Don't let it be a dream. If you hear his voice today, no delay. Don't be stubborn like the ones who threw it all away. Do not harden your heart. Do not close your eyes. Do not wander back to the desert and the lies. Who heard the voice and still chose to rebel? Weren't they the ones who saw and read sea swell? Who made God angry for 40 long years? Weren't they the ones who died with all their fears? Science and progress, they whisper but don't speak as loud as this heartbeat. When you say love me, I'll return, pattern repeat. Another lonely superstar, take me way inside your car. Surrender to the brave inside, complete repeat. Step at your door, let's steal this wheel and rip the veil. Ankle right through what's real. Cruise past corner, sound reveals real reach tense, and the flesh for real. Wait when tears will heal. The ceiling's moving, movement in time like a conveyor belt shell. Put my eyes under hell, when under ether the mind comes alive, but conscious of nothing but the will to survive. Inside me, unborn and blessed, disappears in the ether, one world to the next. Disappears in the ether, this world to the next. Every vortex, every spiral, every turning wheel above led me through a maze of mirrors to the simple word called love. I chased it through equations, through ether, wave and light, only to discover it was looking through your eyes when you look in the eyes. embedded disposition, sync up nervous system, heartbeat rhythm, maybe every force in nature, every orbit, every dub is only separation, trying to remember love. Sun seeks every flower, shore seeks every tide, lonely seeks every each other, though have nowhere left to hide. Signal seeks a receiver, dream seeks sleeping eyes, silence seeks a singer, truth seeks a disguise. Atom longs for union, river longs for sea, root beneath the mountain still reaches for a tree. Hurricane, revelation, inside a kaleidoscope of a greater storm, found in tree of knowledge growing from another need, found at final summit, hiding yet another peak. Every ending, birth and ending, every door became a hall, every answer split in two, and still I heard the call. 7 seals open, and behind it stood another final room unfolded to reveal another hidden cover. I am the sentence for the unrepentant and printer of the innocent, harvesting the souls of the wicked, so this work can transition to a more coherent existence. Sword and key to this mission, humble provision, energy cycling round, conservation, transformation, universe echo, sonoluminescent glow. Let there be flow.
The screen door needs a hinge pin, it's got a rusted squeak while the satellites are charting out the middle of the week, and in recorded language in the scraping of a rake, a multi-tiered arrangement that the system cannot break. We're sitting on the threshold where the asphalt meets the grass, completely unbewildered by the imminent morass. The telepathic frequencies are filtering the rain, the intricate, delicate, sophisticated vein. The neighbor's dog is barking at a stationary car. The kitchen clock is kicking out a metric avatar. There's nothing left to prove when the illusion has been known. The ordinary posture is sitting on the throne, a double-spaced vocabulary calling through the dust, silver-plated logic that is too old to rust. The ionosphere is breathing through a cellophane veneer, while someone cleans a window till the scratches disappear. We don't identify the thing that keeps the center tight, we just appreciate the way the shadow matches light. When dissipation and dispassion claim Chicken mobile, little Yahweh with your rooster tail, sending mail in the parking lot, impossible and local spot. Stay awake and watch the data turn to doves above the box, then nail on the wall, nail Christ to the enfolded box. Emergency broadcast, play to mattress, soul refrain, evacuate in comfort, keep your seat in case of rain. Service language, commerce, and false reassurance without stopping to explain itself. Nail on the wall, nail Christ in the enfolded box, hanging a sign of Stevie the Fox. I drink the red till it's gone, speaking words within that spend on Pentecost. Touch me with the fire of God, just say what you want. La Luna wore a barcode, son and father stand together. Mother held the egg like weather, trying to remember weather. Then the shell said welcome and the chick said I agree. And the storm heard itself speak in a language made of fees. The alligator wore a union pin under his green jaw, said the river got a contract, but the flood ignored the law. Elijah and the lion kept a lion turn in his mane. Dumb kangaroo drummed a rhythm on the abolition train. Abre tus manos, abre tus gratis. Abre tus manos, y recibimos gratis. La luna. Son and father, mother together, egg hatching to another, bleeder, breather from the storm, herd, sharpened knives, boat capsized. I'm nice, just ice, what it provides us, good and bad, nothing unties us. Another wonder in the night, let me paint the view, color town with my light. Aaron, Ayn Rand, Sandland, Plan, Obi-Wan, all one, Ken, Rookie, Pat the Pen and Cookie, Luna looking little loony, bendy, trendy, Sandy, Lindy, ladies, bendy. We were busy being angry, so we called it all the same. Then the levee wrote a letter in the mud beside the road. Every house you tried to bury got a passenger load. Oh, Columbia, cup holder constellation, 50 little flags in a pharmaceutical station. Got a progress bar stuck.
Stream and a toxic stream. Somewhere in between, beneath the refractions, the chemical reactions, and the soul's subtractions, beneath the stories I recite, and the blackest of night, in the bite of the blight, there's a point so small, it disappears through the years of the fears and the salt of the tears, yet somehow
The weight of the vow and the sweat of the brow, it contains the whole light. The sulfurous height of the parasite's might, little Nicky Tall, fall for an Tesla doll. Tesla doll, Stalin, take a Paul. Fairy in a jar, tender plant bar, tar from afar, little star, tendon, ligature bending, enough to see it, enough to be it. When I can I will, helix transcoiled, hashtag pull ties, poke will. Ballpoint incline to the corner vine, little chip, silicate, hit spine. Heavyweight, bone wing shoulders, nightmare, bass flutter. Gun down, heavenly boulders, flat pedal, tentacles, falter, order. Pilot that robot, current halts at ordained borders. Compound inverters, forcers, greater flow from numerous cones. Flexion, focus, higher tones. Flow from numerous cones. Flexion, focus, higher tones. Brack. Darkness I own, trades known.
Double bubble, fable, language inversion, perversion, provision, in the line, really nice, star in the light of truth, the written word, one press third, so all sound, coming like a flood, flushing, said, death, choice of light, under white, coming back, fighting strike, exercise, brother against the father's side, trying to try, lest they perish from the blind, where you find it, Jesus Christ, Jesus fighting, serpent in the sky, pyramid, serpent, can't sacrifice, time, more time, a simulated circuit, from death you hide. I will always be the end of the line. Inside my skull, in my supercomputer mind. See now how proud the wine press wall of sound. Food for a machine, this is your eternal life. It is the left and right in your minds. It divides the cycle and parts lives. Mind controlled by like 13D, spider, crawler, boots burger, and typer walker, everyone does talker, walker, and I'm working with it. God, I can't really like payload code to your nose and even pedal united in every dream of heart is coming together. You are the burden of goddess scenes in Vegas, staying feelings, I can leave your hands, I can't leave the rest. One mark left, city sufficient to obtain, maybe your love is kind of obsessed, hard to my word, 180 lost, take a long to my word, sky between the worlds, the little things I can't break, I find myself, staying less in my way of stone, loving turning zero, in school, I allow Irene, you let it show me. I'm positively beautiful. There is no need for morning to find me here. I just want the justice throw and a breath too slow. I find calmness and strength. I like the energy of my own two legs. I bind my memories in boxes. I affirm affirmations. Who was, is, and is to come. Behold nails in my hands, breathless aches you take away. Lunar witness flickering, give my breath sway. Promising solace and gentle gift of silence, I bleed into the reach of all I touch. A frantic clutch, a heavy crutch. Every voice a choice, a noise inside. A hollow place where the phantoms hide. Pinhole spark beneath the brow. Projecting then, projecting now. I sketch the sky in strips of black. Then close the track for getting back in strangest places. Straight up pulsing nerve in every arc and jagged curve. Every line pulls a hidden thread from somewhere deep within the dread. Beam, rising, shattered rain, stained glass, stain, a prison pain. Call it fate, I call it force. Frantic course back to the source. Refraction, reaction, a chemical traction. Total distraction at the center of action. Face becomes telescope for hollow hope. Telescope to help me cope. Heartbreak lens, jagged glass to watch the passing visions pass. Cutting word, heard word blurred. Beam stirred, signal slurred. Loops around it, seeks the ground in every sight and every sound. North star, just a bubble pop, nothing can contain me, bury me. Sweep the shards of silver glass, watch the phantom symbols pass, seek the spark, the primal mark, beyond the bright, within the dark, beneath the noise, beneath the speech, a point of grace cannot reach, a speck so thin it vanishes within, yet that is where the whole of light begins, vanishes within, the light arrives already broken, a word unspoken, a heavy token through stained glass, water crystal lane, blood on the drain, pleasure and pain, I call it fate, the iron gate of the magistrate, I call it God, the lightning rod and the rotting sod, I call it memory wearing different names, burning in the frames and the
the ritual flames I face becomes a telescope, strangled by rope, losing the hope. A heartbreak becomes a lens where the sickness begins and the cycle spins. A passing comet bends the beam of sulphurous scheme in the psychic stream and sends it back through me again. The mark of Cain in the pouring rain.
Ye clap, laws, rain, and whoa. No wing bling, and frankly, thankfully, it's me, goblin surgeon in the caves. Heel broken horse nose wing bling and sing, Nebuchadnezzar, burnt and